Let me tell you about two people I know. One is a doctor, makes $500,000 a year, lives in a beautiful house, drives a luxury car. The other is a plumber, makes 60,000 a year, lives in a small apartment, drives an old truck. Here's the question. Which one is wealthy? The answer might surprise you. Because the doctor, he's rich. But the plumber, he's actually wealthy. Let me explain the difference. We use the words interchangeably. Rich, wealthy. Same thing, right? Wrong. Being rich and being wealthy are two completely different things. And understanding this difference could change your entire financial life. Most people spend their lives chasing rich. They want the salary, the title, the car, the house, the lifestyle. They see someone with a high income and think, that's the goal, that's success. But here's what they don't see: the golden handcuffs. The fact that if the paycheck stops, everything collapses in weeks. Rich is about income, wealthy is about freedom. Rich is what you earn, wealthy is what you keep. Rich is your salary, wealthy is your runway. Let me show you what I mean. Meet Dr. Anderson. He's a cardiologist, spent 12 years in medical school and residency. Now he makes $500,000 a year. Keep in mind that the currency doesn't matter. You can substitute dollars with rupees or peso or reals or your local currency. It doesn't matter. Here's his life. He lives in a house that costs $2 million. Mortgage payment? $8,000 a month. Two luxury cars. Leases total $1,500 a month. Private school for two kids, $30,000 a year. Lifestyle expenses to match his income level. Because when you're a successful doctor, you can't show up to the hospital charity gala in an old car. You can't live in a modest neighborhood. There's an image to maintain. After taxes, after the mortgage, the car payments, the school fees, the country club membership, the vacations that someone of his status is expected to take, he saves maybe $3,000 a month, sometimes less. He has about $50,000 in savings. That's his runway. If doctor lost his job today, maybe he gets sick, maybe there's a malpractice suit, maybe the hospital cuts positions, he could survive for exactly 2 months. 2 months before the house is foreclosed, before the cars are repossessed, before the private school calls asking for tuition. 2 months of freedom. Now meet Mike. He's a plumber. Makes $60,000 a year. Nothing fancy. But here's his life. He rents a small apartment, $1,200 a month. Drives a 10-year-old truck, paid off. No car payment, no private school. His kids go to public school, and they're doing fine. No country club, no luxury vacations, no image to maintain. He saves 40% of his income. He has about $60,000 saved. His expenses? $2,000 a month. His wealth number? His runway? 30 months. If he stops working tomorrow, he can survive for 2.5 years without changing anything. Who's wealthy? So what is wealth really? Wealth is not your income. Wealth is not your salary. Wealth is not your job title or your car or your house. Wealth is freedom measured in time. Specifically, how long can you survive without income? This is what I call your wealth number. And I made a whole video about this, I'll link it. But here's a simple version. Take your savings, divide by your monthly expenses. That's your wealth number in months. For the doctor, $50,000 in savings divided by $25,000 in monthly expenses equals 2 months. For the plumber, $60,000 in savings divided by $2,000 in monthly expenses equals 30 months. Now he isn't going to stop working, but he could. That's the point. He has options. He has freedom. He has power. If his boss is terrible, he can quit tomorrow. If he wants to take 6 months off to spend time with his sick father, he can do it. If he wants to try starting a different business, he has runway to experiment. The doctor? He has none of those options. He's trapped. The golden cage is beautiful, but it's still a cage. This is the difference. Rich is, I make a lot. Wealthy is, I need very little. Rich is, I earn more than most people. Wealthy is, I'm free from most worries. Rich is impressive. Wealthy is powerful. Let me be honest about my own situation. I'm not rich. My income is modest. But am I wealthy? My wealth number is 6 months. I calculated it using the same formula. My savings divided by my monthly expenses equals 6 months of freedom. 6 months ago, my wealth number was 2 months. I was trapped. One bad month and I'd be in trouble. What changed? I didn't get a raise. I didn't get a promotion. I didn't suddenly start earning more money. I got intentional about 2 things. First, I cut expenses. Not painfully, not dramatically, just consciously. I asked, does this expense buy me freedom or does it take freedom away? I increased my savings rate. Every rupee, every dollar, every real that I saved wasn't just money. It was time. It was freedom. It was power. 6 months isn't enough. My goal is 12 months, then 18. Eventually maybe 60 months. 5 years of freedom. Not because I want to stop working, but because I want to work from choice, not from fear. This isn't just one country's problem. It's everywhere. In the United States, 78% of workers live paycheck to paycheck. That includes people making 6 figures. Rich income, zero wealth. In India, the story is the same. Engineers at Infosys making 15 lakh a year can't survive 3 months without a paycheck. Rich salary, trapped life. Here's what's crazy. In each country, there are people making a tenth of these amounts who are more wealthy. Not rich, wealthy. The street vendor in Mumbai who saves half his income. His wealth number? 8 months. The teacher in Sao Paulo who lives simply and invests consistently. Her wealth number? 12 months. The factory worker in Ohio who drives a 15-year-old car and rents a small place. His wealth number? 18 months. They're not rich. Their Instagram doesn't look impressive. Nobody envies their lifestyle. But they're free. And freedom is what wealth actually is. So if wealth is better than rich, why doesn't everyone choose wealth? Because rich is visible. Wealth is invisible. When you get a raise, people notice. When you increase your savings rate, nobody sees it. When you buy a luxury car, everyone knows. When you pay off debt, it's silent. Rich gets you respect at parties. Wealth gets you peace at night. Rich impresses strangers. Wealth protects your family. There's also another trap, lifestyle inflation. You get promoted. Your salary goes from 60,000 to 90,000. What happens? Most people's expenses go from 50,000 to 85,000. They got richer, but they didn't get more wealthy. Their wealth numbers stayed exactly the same. Or worse, it went down. The house gets bigger, the car gets nicer, the vacations get fancier. The income went up, but so did the monthly expenses. The runway didn't change. This is why you see people making $300,000 a year who are less wealthy than people making $50,000. The $300,000 earner has $8,000 in monthly expenses and lives month to month. The $50,000 earner has $2,000 in monthly expenses and has a year of savings. Same wealth number, different lives. Actually, that's wrong. The $50,000 earner is more free, more powerful, more at peace. Who's actually wealthy? So what do you do with this? First, calculate your wealth number right now. Your savings divided by your monthly expenses. That's your number. That's your freedom measured in months. It takes 60 seconds. Find out your number. Second, decide if you want to be rich or wealthy. Because you can't optimize for both. There's no wrong answer, but you have to choose. Third, if you choose wealthy, you have two levers. Increase savings, decrease expenses. That's it. Simple, not easy. Every month, ask, did my wealth number go up? If yes, you're building freedom. If no, you're building a cage. Fourth, stop comparing your income to others. Start comparing your wealth number. The person making less than you but with a higher wealth number, they're winning. Here's the truth. You can become wealthy on almost any income. But you'll never become wealthy if you keep chasing rich. Calculate your wealth number, then decide what to do about it. Links in the description. If you're ready to start building your infinity number, hit the subscribe button. We're building a community of people who choose freedom over flash. And if you're still believing the old lies about money, watch our video on investing myths next. It's the first step to clearing the path. Until next time, stay wealthy.